oh my God, this was a V-neck, and I cut it. Actually, no, it was higher, and I cut it. I cut it to make it, well, to, to do something different with it. Because, well, because that's what I do. How's everybody doing? Today is such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, it was really, really super, super nice. And, well, very, very great day. Very happy that it was a great day. Um, Although I didn't really get out and enjoy much of the day because I had stuff to do, namely catch up on my sleep because I suffer from insomnia. I have bouts of insomnia, and last night was an insomnia uh, event into early this morning. But I'm gonna talk about women's rights and how often women are violated and assaulted, whether it be verbally or physically or blankly. Uh, I share my story. I was SA'd by a member of the NYPD, and I reported this. I reported the situation, the event that occurred, but it was way after, because what happened was I was already in a state of severe PTSD and trauma, because it was right after, 2 weeks right after we buried our mother, so my mother, so, yeah, so, um, yeah, that incident occurred, and the person who refused to get the F off of me, and I kept saying, get the F off me, get the F off me, and they refused. So I spoke upon it. I have the audio. It was deleted, but I found it. Um, so it's part of my book. His name is mentioned, and I have all the emails that I sent to the NYPD about this, and all the audio from when I gave my statements, and which they did nothing, because they protected this individual, because that's what they do. They protect people. Yep, that's what they do. They protect. They protect their own, and so that's what happened. But you see, what happens in life, karma comes back and it bites really hard. And well, it bit this person really hard because they base I they got him off the job finally. But you know, the New York City Police Department, they keep people on. They could be like 85 years old and they'll still be collecting a full salary. I'm not even kidding you. So the controller has been sleeping, but then the controller is part of the whole situation because he's told what to do. Okay, because it's actually not New York City. It should be called Black Rock City, right? Why don't you call it Black Rock City? I mean, because this is what it is. The investors are the ones who are calling the shots. You know, Office of Management and Budget. This office, no, I'm not going to do that gesture. This Office of Management. What a freaking joke, man. What an absolute freaking joke. Hold on one second. Gotta get my water. So it's not a New York City budget. It's a Black Rock budget. That's what the heck it is, man. That's for real. So yeah, this person SA'd me, and it was right after I buried my mother. And right hand to God, I will give audio. And I want my governor, Catherine Hochul, Letitia James, you need to make a freaking law to give an audio, have someone give an audio, because my audio next to that crap bag's audio, okay, he will not pass. He will not pass. This man essayed me. He essayed me. I stood quiet because of family connections. Because had I have spoken upon it, there would have been repercussions that I would have had to live with, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there, all right? Because when someone does that to a woman, they need to get it done to them. They need to get it done to them. And because that, well, whatever he has going on in your life, well, that's your problem. Um, and what happened was I actually tried to go about this and handle the matter privately, okay? Because I contacted a lawyer that was listed in the Daily News or the Post. It was a number of years ago. Some lawyer that handled a case for this individual because he had some shady real estate transaction. Because he's shady, period. This person lied about being Hispanic. He claims he's Cuban. He might be like one drop of a sand of Cuban. He's not an Afro-Cuban, okay? He has no Afro in him, okay? But he claims minority. But that's the scam that the city of New York allows. You understand? Okay? So moving forward, you useless sacks, okay? Have people pay for an ancestry DNA test, so then you could see their exact true freaking heritage, so they don't skate along for their entire career like this person did, okay? All right? And so, like I was saying, I tried to go about this in a private manner. I reached out to this attorney. I have all the emails. And I got bupkis. So then I went and I went public with the story and I shared it and I kept sharing it and I'll continue to share it. All right. So now, see, if I was a white female who had wealth and who was married to someone powerful, or if I was knocking boots with somebody who was powerful, you understand? Then they would have did something. But because I am not of the right complexion connection, you understand? So now, had this person have addressed the situation, it would have remained a private matter. It would have never been anything for me to like lose my friggin' shit about and put it out all over on public. But when you deal with crap, you know what, you end up going to their level. And unfortunately I did. But you know what? It's over and done with. This person needs to be held accountable, okay? The city of New York needs to be held accountable for covering it up and not responding accordingly. And the governor of New York State and the attorney general of New York State, what you need to do, there's a law on the books where someone gives an audio, and an audio specialist not hired by a law enforcement agency that covers their friggin' asses and powders their asses like they do all the time, an independent will determine my truth and his lie, okay? All right? So make that happen. Because, see, I'm not the only person, okay, that didn't come forward, but after the Me Too movement did come forward, okay? Because if you're all about rights for women and you're all about doing what's right for women and women's rights, make that happen, okay? All right? Because it took 2 years. It took over 2 years for them to finally acknowledge my correspondence, all right? So there you go. How long is your mother, how long does she, right. Wow, look at this person. No, that's your mama. Anyway, these clowns here. But, yeah, there's so much corruption within government. And I witnessed it all. You know what? I had a front row seat. I had popcorn ready. It was just like, oh shit, man, damn. What? The kind of nonsense that goes on. If you think, like, saving penguins in Antarctica or whatever kind of nonsensical bill that Trump that they wrote, and all this other crazy stuff. It's what they do. They waste. They're great for wasting. Yeah, tell your mother that, all right, and your father, okay? Staying off. Go somewhere else and stay off somewhere else. Anyway, yeah, people are crazy. People are crazy. We live in a crazy freaking world. And you see how the the regime of what they've been doing to peaceful protesters, yeah, that's what they're all about. They're all about covering up. They're all about bullshit. They're all about giving little tit jobs to the cops, and civilians. You know what civilians got? Civilians got like a half a cent of a raise, like every 3 years. We got like maybe $2, like every so many years. It's a shame. It's a freaking joke. It's a joke. But and these are the clowns that want to keep everything, rah, rah, make America great again. Yeah, because make America great again is make America, keep America corrupt, because politics are corrupt. Politics are corrupt. It's the biggest way to make money, become a politician, right? Ask Donald Trump. Look at all the money he's made. All he's got to do is show his sickly looking self up, and he'll go to a presentation. He'll get like $5 billion or something. Unbelievable, unbelievable. While they round up migrants, innocent people that have been contributing and building our economy. Yep, and this is America. So now everything that is super expensive, everything. The only thing that it's still holding currently are the gasoline prices, and that is because right now Russia is buying, India is buying from Russia, so that's throwing the market off. You understand? Yeah. When you learn about the global market and you learn about different properties of it and different whatever, you have the food, you have the coffee, sugar, and you learn all that stuff, oil. It's all tied in. It's all tied in with politics. It always is. It always has been. The mercantile exchange. Yep. So, but anyway, everybody have a good one, and yeah, go tell that to your mama, okay? Go tell it to your mama. And women, speak up. Speak up. If someone ever does anything to you, rat the mofo out. Not rat, just speak upon them. Speak upon them. Report the low life, okay? Because when people do something like that, and it could even be women to young boys, because there's a lot of predators out here, predators that they prey upon. They prey on children. They prey on women. Yep. Because they won't go near a man because they know a man will end up, putting them horizontal real quick, you know. And for women, when you're getting into your car, after you leave a business, you leave your home, you leave your job, whatever, a supermarket, a mall, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't go on the phone and make a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever. Be aware and be alert. Be aware and be alert 24/7. Stop. I see people, they walk around with their heads, it's like, oh, my life is my phone, and let me just not be cognizant of what's around me. Oh. Wake the fuck up. Wake up, people. Wake up. Because whatever you're doing, trust and believe, there's people that are watching every move that you make. Yep. Have a good one, everybody. And women, report a lowlife. Anyone who has ever done anything to be offensive and to violate your person, to assault you, report them. Speak up upon them. I'm going to actually do some public speaking, and it's going to be about what I've been speaking upon, and it's going to be about DV. Yeah. And the triggers to look for and the behavior patterns to look for. Women always, because we're emotional beings, we're thinking with our and, as tough and strong as I am mentally, I am very, very, I'm very emo. I really, really am. But I don't show that. I try not to do that. I have my moments. But I have my waterfalls. But not lately. Not lately. Which is good. But, speak upon stuff, women. Speak upon stuff. Don't hold stuff in. Speak upon it, and a lot of stuff, it's hard, it's painful things to speak about, but you know what? No one has any right to your body but you, okay? No one has any right to your body but you. So, inappropriate touches, SA, any stuff like that, no one has a right to your body but you. And that could be your spouse, that could be your fiance, your husband, you know. What women really need to get into their heads, and once women learn this, then they no longer can become victims. Excuse me. There's patterns that people have. There's abuse tactics that people have. There's manipulations that people do. And it's a matter of just kind of like being aware and being alert. If something does not feel right, it's not. It's not. Something in your gut is gonna be off and tell you something. So listen to your gut. Your gut never lies. Your gut never lies. And and if you are in a DV situation, make plans to get out, because those apologies and the flowers and the vacations and the gifts and spa days, all that other stuff, the makeup, honeymoon period, that's an attempt to just bring you back in. You understand? That's an attempt to lure you back in, so you let your guard down to believe that, and it doesn't even have to consist of someone being physically violent with you. Someone can be violent with you, against your will, and women give in because of women are under, we've been trained to be, okay, there's a word in Italian, they say it's a mamadel. Like, women are trained, like, from when we're young, it depends on how you grew up, but to be like, okay, you learn to cook, you do all the domestic things, and then women get that ingrained into their heads, okay? We get that ingrained into us, and then we become subservient. And then as we're subservient, the dominant factor, the male, they're aware of this, and then they play on that. And a lot of times, women are the victims. But there are men that are the victims too, But I'm not talking about the men. I don't. That's they got their own team. I'm for supporting women safety and all that, and the well-being of women. But everybody, have a good night, and stay safe, stay well, and I'll be back. And watch your comments, okay? Stay off people's pages, okay? Try doing that. Have a good one.